What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. I have an awesome boot review for you guys today. It is the Adler, I'm gonna pronounce this incorrectly, I think, Yatagarasu. I'll put the spelling like right here on screen, and these are a super small company out of Japan, and huge thanks to Andrew Lockhart from, again, I'm gonna pronounce this name wrong, Gaijin boot blog, who got these to me. These are a very special pair of football boots, and I'm so excited to try them on. They're classic. They're a full kangaroo leather upper with some really interesting technical detail, like attention to detail. So without further ado, let's hop straight into the boxing. Here you go. So here is the boot box. We will put it that way for you guys. So again, Adler, company out of Japan. This is their logo right there. And there's another big Adler sign, and then there you go. So these are in a Euro 41. I was recommended to go half a size down. So again, these are a US 8.5, UK 7.5, just for a heads up if you can get your hands on a pair. These are the all black ones. I am so stoked to get these unboxed. So without further ado, wow, what a presentation. Okay, so first thing, let's take some of this stuff out. So I'm gonna take these inserts out. These are a pair of real line inserts, which I'll explain later. Really insane, awesome piece of tech there. Take that little insert thing out, and then this is their boot bag. Amazing premium quality. You've got this stitched, like Adler with the stitched logo in there. Let me just take it out of the bag if I can find, oh, here we go. Just do this. All right, wow. Okay, so these look like, I don't know if these are a certain type of, they look like a deer, like a spotted deer or something, but unbelievable detailing. Hopefully that comes through. That is embroidered in this red colorway, really nice kind of cloth bag that you get with the boots. So very cool. I love that detail. And you can see the boots peeking out here. There we go. Holy moly. Okay, so these are beautiful for a lot of reasons, and I know you guys might be thinking, holy cow, dude, those look super old and classic, and there's nothing special about them. Yes, cool, maybe they look that way, but once we start talking about some of the tech, and as you can see, the sole plate is even miscolored, like discolored in a couple areas because of the glue, and it's hand stitched, like the sole plate is hand stitched. This for me is totally just a complete boot nerd freak out. I love this classic design. I think these are absolutely beautiful, and this is probably the most premium kangaroo leather I've ever felt in my hand before. These are absolutely stunning. They are so nice. All right, okay, so let's get this other one out of the box really quick, and let's talk tech specs, which might sound crazy coming from a boot that looks like this, but we will get right into it. Okay, so here you go, Adler Yatagarasu. It's spelled Y-A-T-A-G-A-R-A-S-H-U. So Yatagarasu, I apologize again if I'm pronouncing that or I have the intonations wrong. These are a very cool pair of football boots. Let me take the little paper piece out, and oh my God. Okay, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That genuinely is I think the softest leather I've ever felt on unboxing of any boot. All right, Okay, so a couple things about this boot. This boot comes from Japan. Again, thanks to Gaijin or Gaijin Boot Blog for providing these for me. He did send these to me, so this is an unbiased review, but huge thanks. A couple things to talk about before, just a couple tech features, and then we're going to talk about why I think these boots could be a super fun pair to train in and potentially play a game in. We'll see. I mean, they're amazing looking, and they look so incredibly comfortable, and they're actually pretty lightweight as well. So a couple things. So you've got here, as you can see, some, focus, thank you. Okay, so as you can see, you've got the zigzag lacing system, which really helps with a lot of the lockdown and customizability of the upper. It is said that most, they basically market it that most foot shapes should fit in here just because of how much premium kangaroo leather there is. So anybody who's wide like me in this area, you should have no issues at all. And then it also includes a double lace hole up at the top, so you can do the runner's loop, which I will show you later in the video. That's a really great feature, especially for all leather football boots like this, where you have stitching here in the midfoot to kind of keep it from overstretching, but you also are able to get enough lockdown with that runner's loop, which really helps just kind of push that foot back into the heel area. So again, as I said before, this is a completely premium kangaroo leather upper. This is just an absolute masterpiece of craftsmanship here. The thing that really stands out is you've got Itogo laces, which are super tightly braided, and what that's going to do is it's like a special type of braided lacing system where you're really not going to notice any slippage as the boots get broken in. And the great part about that is that with an all leather upper, you often see things like laces coming undone a little bit, and then it loosens too much while you're playing, and then it's just kind of a mess of a situation. But with these, you don't get that because they are so tightly woven. Remains to be said, I'll probably do a 1-month review on these as well. Just to show you guys what this kind of boot is. You've got the Adler logo there, which is awesome. And then let's talk about kind of the biggest feature of this boot that I think I'm really excited for, and why I think when you look at these boots, you don't think right away, ooh, performance, but we're gonna go into why I think it actually might be the case. So there's your Adler logo on the bottom, and you've got a very, very traditional 4x8 system with the studs. They're all conical. It looks very much like a Copa Mundial sole plate. Really nice, nothing to write home about, but again, you can see the stitching, like it looks like this just came out of the factory, right? So you can see the little knot in the stitching there, and you can really feel that this is handmade and handcrafted, which I absolutely love. It's a very artisan type of football boot, which you don't get often, and especially here in the Western world, we do not get these types of incredible craftsmanship boots very often, at least that perform and fit well. So again, that's the thing that I think is going to be the biggest thing for me, is how do we find the best quality, comfortable football boots while also making them perform really well. And that's something that you just have to keep in mind as well. So it comes with 2 different inserts, and the insert is where it gets really interesting. So we're going to talk about a couple different things. So you have an insert right here, which is their regular foam, insert. Nothing to write home about, just like a little bit of mesh on the top, and it's a little bit padded, but it definitely isn't anything to write home about. The other one is the Adler Real line, and what this does is this is an insole that's supposed to work with the body biomechanics. So if you can see, it's pretty flat on the bottom, but if you notice, hopefully that comes through on camera, but you see that little bump right there. So this is the right shoe. So when my foot comes down like this part of my foot right in that midfoot area really gets a good amount of cushioning, and it works to reduce stress on the joints and gives you a much more padded kind of feel right in that midfoot area where your arch is. So similar to those Asics DS Lite boots that I love so much, these are definitely what this is supposed to do. Is this is supposed to really help there. You can really see the curvature of that that little bump in the midfoot area. And then up in the forefoot, it is pretty padded. So it is, it's got a decent amount of thickness to it, nice foam there as well. And then if I take this, you can kind of start to see it right there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is I don't know how you pronounce the actual name of it, but it's the Carvo. So capital K, lowercase a, capital R, capital V, capital O, Carvo, I guess. And that is a Carvo plate that's been put on the foot side of the insole. So it's stitched in there. As you can see right there, you can see the stitching that runs through the medial side and then obviously the lateral side as well. And this is the same insert that's in the brand new Mizuno Alpha. So this is built as, and this is gonna be the test right here, you'll see. I'll do it under the camera. That is a crazy amount of responsiveness and snapback from a boot that looks like this. So they've put all of the best features of this premium kangaroo leather upper. You've got everything. It's so amazing, so comfortable. I guess we'll see on the on-feet portion of the video, but they look just insanely comfortable. You put basically a carbon plate on the bottom and you have responsiveness, you have really nice comfort and I guess biomechanically advantageous movement with the combination of this and a responsive sole plate. This might be a total sleeper boot. And when I found out about these, I got really excited because I was like, oh, it's all of my favorite. You guys know I love carbon fiber sole plates. This isn't technically carbon fiber, but it functions the same way. It's like a I don't know what the actual, it's a synthetic technology weave, and it functions the same as carbon fiber, right? But I think it's either lower cost or it's less, I don't know, something. But point being is it's got it throughout the entire upper or the entire sole plate. And then you've got, again, not a great aggressive sole stud pattern, but you do have the ability to get a ton of snapback, and you've got supported feet, which is amazing. So I am so excited to get these on feet, to try these on. I have heard that these are one of the most amazing boots out of the box, and that you really don't need break-in time because you guys can see from these, like the leather is so unbelievably soft. It is it's insane. This for me rivals for sure Morelia Neo 2, like the Mizuno top of the top leather line. This might even be ahead of that as far as this entire upper is just so premium and so soft. So, and it's pretty thin. It's actually really thin as well. It's a really thin premium kangaroo leather. So we'll see how these fit and feel. We're just going to jump straight into the on-feet portion of the video. Very excited to try on these Adler Yatagarasu shoes and get them on ball. I'm sure they're going to feel incredible, and I'm really stoked to see if I can feel that Carvo insert in the bottom in the base plate, because I think maybe that's the key to getting more people into the classic football boot world. If they can spice it up with little things like, the special laces, the carbon in the bottom, and then just making the upper just as responsive as possible. So maybe that's a way to get people into this market, but I am super excited. I'm going to throw, in the on-feet portion, you'll see probably one of my shoes will do this one, and then one of my shoes will do this one, just so I can give you an idea of what they feel like, what the differences are. So let's hop into it. All right, fam, here we are out at the pitch, this beautiful facility that is here in Rochester. I've got the Adler boots here in this awesome mesh bag that they gave me for that they give, I guess, everyone who buys their boots. These awesome blackouts. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate that blackout boots are some of my favorite color boots. I love blackouts. I think they're amazing, and I definitely think that even if the design of this boot looks a little old agey and maybe the feel is going to be a little more classic, really lovely, but a little bit more classic, a blackout pair of football boots just has something different to it, and I love that. So we're going to put, I'm going to put the
real line insole in the left boot. So I'll take that out now just to get an idea, or actually I put the left boot on first, so I'll put it on the right side. So I'll do the left boot first, of course, and then I'll put the Adler insole on the right hand side, and that way you guys can get an idea of what the differences are, including potentially if they raise your foot off the ground too much, because for me that was one of the big problems with a lot of the carbon fiber insoles that are out on the market, including Victory. Victory, I haven't seen make an insole that, or an insert that is thin enough for me not to feel like I'm kind of walking on stilts a little bit. And I know it's like millimeter, we're talking millimeters here, but that's just a personal preference. Straight on feet with the Adler, I am Yatagarasu. Maybe I'm totally screwing that up. I apologize. It's a very difficult name to pronounce, so hopefully you guys are okay with that. All right, here we go. So these, again, just an absolutely beautiful pair of football boots, especially in this sunshine. It just, I mean, look at that. They're so soft straight out of the box. All right, here we go. First impressions, get my foot in okay. Oh, see, that's a joke. That's crazy. Wow, okay. Wow, I'm gonna get these laced up. I'm, holy shit. I'm genuinely speechless with these. These are out of the box. I'm just gonna say it here. The most comfortable boots I've ever had on my feet. Out of the box. I'm gonna do a little runner's knot action. Oh my God. I genuinely don't know what to say. These are insanely comfortable. I have never felt something like this out of the box before. All right, little runner's knot action. And there we go. Tie it up. I mean, no space. Perfectly molded to the shape of my foot already. Oh my God. I can already feel that little Carvo sole plate. Okay, so now let's get into the right foot before I stop being able to speak altogether. And this one does have, hopefully you can see that, there you go, the Adler insert, the real line insert. Oh, very nice. Oh man, see, that's cool. Okay, honestly, I'll probably just put the left one in a minute, but I'll do a little comparison as I get these boots on feet. Ladies and gentlemen, fam, be awesome fam. This is genuine, like I'm genuinely mind blown at how amazing these boots are. Out of the box. We'll see how they perform. Obviously, this is just a first impression. Like first impression, these are the most comfortable boots I've ever had on my feet. They are literally like, it's like the most luxurious slipper you've ever had on your foot. Holy moly. Like these blow, honestly, these blow Mizuno Morelia 2s out of the water, out of the box comfort. These blow Pantafolodoro out of the box comfort. And these absolutely destroy the other American company that makes boots. Okay, so there you go. Those are the Adler Yatagarashus. Oh my goodness. Classy sole plate. Okay, well, I'm genuinely speechless. I don't have grip socks on, I have just regular Zypher socks on. These are so comfortable. That is a joke how comfortable these are. Okay, there's a little bit more volume in the toe box than maybe I would want, but it actually does help to have the insole in there, because it does feel like your feet are a little more bouncy. I can tell already these are a lot more responsive than the normal, sorry if that's really windy, guys. These are a lot more responsive than a boot that looks like this normally. You get actually a decent amount of bite in a turf pitch. For a wet grass, you might want to go with a soft ground model of boot. I don't know if these guys make soft ground, but touch on the ball. See, that's a joke too. These are so premium. Like, that is mega. That I'm like, I don't know how to explain this other than you have to try these. They are so soft, so pliable, absolute, like they're unbelievable to have on feet, unbelievable. The insole on my right actually does add a little bit of something to it. I don't know, we'll see how passing goes, because I can feel it in the bottom of my foot a little bit. So maybe that affects me, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Heel lockdown is really good. I can feel my heel is a little bit different on the raised insole, so I don't know how I feel about that yet. I'll probably have to break in the boots a little bit, but like genuinely there's no break-in time. Like I have 0 pressure points. It feels like a slipper. I mean, you guys can see they are just absolutely perfect for my feet straight out of the box. That is insane. Like, perfect shape. There's my toe right up, there you go, right up on the end. That Carvo insert really does add a little bit of bounce to it, and I'm so excited to test these out. I'll probably train in these today, honestly, after I'm done filming. The other piece that I think is interesting is right here on the outside, there's really, because of that ability to do the runner's knot, there's not a lot of space in between my ankle, kind of in that area where I often have complaints. And as you can see, the boot is breaking in and just allowing my foot to get right into the upper, which is something that feels so good. Like a decent amount of lockdown. I don't feel, and I'm not wearing grip socks again, I don't feel a ton of slippage, like if I really cut. Again, we'll see in the 1 month review as I wear these in, if there's more things to write home about, but I mean, there's really not much else to say. Adler, unbelievable job. I don't know yet if I'm gonna wear these in a game. Training session definitely could manage these, because again, touch on the ball, like just pure, tripping over myself. If you just think about touch on the ball, that is crazy town how soft those are. And it has a good feel underfoot as well. I like the way that this sole plate kind of allows a little bit of flex so that you can really get a good kind of feel for the ball. It's not gonna be totally barefoot, but it's gonna be pretty close because the leather is so thin and so premium that it just wraps your foot and does such a good job. I mean, these are, out of the box, it's not even a question. These are the most comfortable boots for me, for my feet. I think these are the most comfortable boots you'll ever try on your feet straight out of the box. Remains to be said what happens as, you know, I continue to wear them and how they perform and stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, these are the Adler Yatagarasus, and they are exceptional football boots, exceptional. High quality, pretty responsive, in fact, very responsive for a boot of this kind. It absolutely blows Copa Mundial out of the water in every aspect of everything. And Morelia Neo 2s made in Japan, these are better in my opinion, straight out of the box for sure. Remains to be said about performance, but I can definitely already feel that Carvo insert, and so I think that will take it a level above or 2 levels above for sure. Then you add the real line insert in my right foot and you play in that, and it gives you just a little bit of extra support in the foot area. Man, these are a recipe for success right here. So I am super impressed with how these fit and feel. I'm gonna go train in them and we're gonna see how they go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that review of the Adler Yatagarasu. Again, it is kind of a unique boot. It's a very like artisanal boot. It's a boot that not a lot of people are gonna have access to. I hope you guys can find some online. I hope they start selling into other parts of the world outside of Asia. If you can get your hands on a pair and you like this style of boot, especially in the blackout, I mean, you have to consider these because they are the best leather boots I've ever had on my feet straight out of the box. It's like not even close. So as far as just like pure comfort goes. So if you guys want more reviews of these really small kind of micro brands of football boots, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. As always, be awesome, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.